What up? Valentine's Day is coming up. Who do you love? What sets your heart on fire? I love my family. I love my friends. I love my boyfriend. I love my cat. I love Coke. I love film. I've acquired some of my favorite romantic movies to uh commemorate Valentine's Day coming up. Hopefully this will come out before Valentine's Day, if not after. Um Also, just a reminder that you don't need somebody special to celebrate Valentine's Day. There were many years that I thought I was going to just never find anybody. I was going to be alone, and I just would make Valentine's for my friends or treat myself to do something nice. Um, I had to romanticize a lot of my life by myself. So, if that is what it looks like for you, it's okay. And you can spread love in so many other ways than romantic connection. Um, but yeah, so I guess let's get into it. I picked 6 films, to get into. My first one is It Happened One Night. This is a spoiled heiress who's on the run with a reporter, and they strike a deal to travel together. And this is a journey filled with mishaps and unexpected connections. The notes that I wrote for this was it's witty and it's romantic and it's even a bit promiscuous, especially for the 1930s. Within the movie, the two main characters share a room together, but they're not married. And in the 1930s, that was seen as very promiscuous. They probably thought she was a slut. They're like, "Oh, say hello to the slut." It's a slut. So that's really funny. But I love Clark Gable and I love Claudette Colbert. They are amazing. I love so many films that they are both in. So I thought that was a really fun one to include. That is like one of my favorite films ever. So that is my first pick. My second one is Funny Face. Funny Face is about a shy bookstore clerk who's whisked away to Paris by a fashion photographer. She's transformed into a model. This is a musical. I have the musical numbers on my on vinyl. Actually, they're very charming, cute songs, um, and it is filled with lush Technicolor. And the dresses and the fashion is gorgeous, beautiful. Um, Audrey Hepburn is captivating in this performance. And her blooming romance with Fred Astaire is also really cute. He's a bit older than I would have picked for the lead in this movie with her. I mean, does he just maybe look older? I don't know, but I'm gonna look up his age right now when he was in that movie and put it here. But like, that's crazy. But I still love him. Awesome, amazing dancer. But yeah, this is a really sweet movie about her entire life changing, and she ends up falling in love with somebody that she didn't think she would fall in love with. It was just completely unexpected like that, which I think happens a lot in real life as well. And it's really comforting to know that at any moment things can change for you. Um my third movie that I picked was Romeo and Juliet. This is an adaptation of William Shakespeare's tragedy, of course. It is two 14th century lovers from feuding families. Um, Everybody knows the tale of Romeo and Juliet, obviously. I'm also a fan of the 90s Romeo and Juliet as well, but I actually prefer this one. I just love the captivating, vibrant costumes and the stunning Italian scenery. It's just beautiful and still one of the best movies to date for, Romeo and Juliet adaptions. Um, Also very lore accurate. I love how it was very accurate to what they wore in the 14th century and how things looked and stuff. So, on to the next one. I picked The Princess Bride. So everybody knows The Princess Bride. It is a household name. Obviously, it's about a farmhand Wesley who embarks on a quest to reunite with his love, Princess Buttercup. This is actually based on a book, if you didn't know, from 1973 by William Goldman. So that's kind of cool. I have the book. It's very cute. This is just a funny classic. It is brilliant fantasy. It is a classic princess and prince love story. It's timeless. Also, Rip again, Rob Reiner as well. Thinking about what happened in the tragedy of his family this this past holiday, winter. Um, it just got me thinking about that movie and how much I love that movie. So I added it onto some of my favorite to commemorate him, kind of in a way as well. Um, Moving on to the next, we have Bonnie and Clyde. So this is based on the true story, of course, from the 1930s of two lovers, one a small town woman and another one an ex-con, and they go on a crime spree across the Depression era of America. This is kind of a gangster genre, and this is a classic film with Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty. I completely blanked his name for a second. But for notes, I put beautiful performances. The fashion is also very accurate to the time period, and it's just a fantastic, fun lovers on the run trope, which I just love and will never get over. I mean, true romance that could also be added to this list as well. I could have added so many more movies, but I just love a good dropping everything that you own, going on the run with somebody. I just think it's so romantic and so beautiful to sacrifice leaving everything behind with somebody that you love. I don't know. Does that make me crazy? I think maybe I'm just crazy. I just think it's so beautiful and cute and yeah, I don't know. I love the aesthetic of it. Um Moving on to my last movie recommendation, Dracula A Love Tale. So, if anybody's a bit confused, this movie actually technically hasn't come out yet in the United States. It came out in Europe first, but a lot of people have seen it already because you can go online, different sites and stuff that technically you're not supposed to, but you can see it because it's already out in Europe, so you're able to access that here as well. Um, this movie's brilliant. The director Luc Besson, I know is very controversial. Um, but I'm gonna separate the art from the human being, because this movie was amazing. He also directed films that we love, like Leon the Professional. Um, Zoe Blue in this movie is amazing. She looks amazing. And her aunt is actually Patricia Arquette, who is also in this poster behind me. So that worked out perfect. Um, this Dracula movie reimagines the classic vampire tale as a wandering prince cursed after losing his one true love, hoping to find her in reincarnation. This is a gothic romance about love and longing. And the score of this movie is Danny Elfman. If that didn't persuade you enough, Danny Elfman is amazing. Obviously, he has done scores for some of the most iconic films to date. This is such a good trope for "I will find you in every lifetime" trope, which I see so many cute little like memes and different things on social media about that. Like, "I will find you in every lifetime." That is the definition of this movie. I will find you in every lifetime. I don't care if we die 80 different times, I will find you. And I love that. It's so romantic and beautiful. For notes, I put beautiful sets and costumes. Such a tragic, beautiful tale that really comes to life. And I also love that it keeps a lot of the same themes as the original Dracula story, with Winona Ryder and all the rest of the cast in there as well. Even to the book, I read the book. I love the Dracula book. Um, and it still keeps elements from that while still also reimagining it to a different tale. um, the scenes are stunning and the acting is amazing, so I really recommend checking out that movie for this February as soon as you can. So those were all of the movies that I picked. I hope you have a good Valentine's Day. I hope that even if you don't have somebody you love to spend it with or to celebrate it with, that you can find love in other ways, because love really is the whole point. Love is the point. So is creation. But I guess you could argue that love is creating. It's creating an entire new feeling within yourself and building that with somebody else, whether that be romantic or platonic. Um, yeah. So stay in love with life. Stay a lover. Loving people is never a waste. And stay expired.